Hello, Earth Angel. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you're returning. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I am so excited to get into this pick a card reading for you. The energies are really stirring right now. The new moon is in Aries, so the energy is really fiery, and this is one of my favorite times of year, actually. I really love this energy. This is a timeless reading. So if you land on this reading at a different time in history than the new moon in Aries and these messages resonate with you, then this reading is still for you. So I like to always let you know that all of my readings are timeless. And if you don't find a message here that resonates for you and with you today, I have a whole playlist of other readings, and there are other amazing, great readers online. So if you're looking for a message from Spirit, I'm sure that you can find it today. So thank you again for being here. I really appreciate you. And this reading today is going to be centered around new beginnings with this Aries energy of igniting new starts, and all of this amazing ascension energy and creativity that is beaming to the planet right now. I was guided to do a reading that really focuses on what new beginnings are happening in your life. I'm sure there are many new beginnings, but whatever beginning that Spirit really wants to call attention to, we're going to look for, anything around that: guidance, advice, challenges, blessings. We'll start with these oracle cards. We'll pull some tarot also to get more into the energies and deeper into it. And then we'll end with some advice cards, some oracle advice. So that's kind of the setup for today's reading. We have 3 piles here today for you to choose from. Pile 1 is marked by the amethyst heart stone. And pile 2 is marked by the polychromated jasper. Really beautiful stone. I just got at the Quartzite Gem Show. I don't know if you can really see it that well here, but it's so neat. They had a whole lot of polychromated jasper. I'll show you another one in a second if you're interested. And then pile 3 is the Amazonite heartstone. Really beautiful. So this is pile 3. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. I want to show you this. Look at this. This is this polychromated jasper orb ball thing. So beautiful. It looks like a heart in the center there. I just wanted to show that to you because it's so pretty. Okay, so there's 3 piles here. Please pick whichever pile resonates with you the most. Use your intuition and guidance in whatever way works for you. The timestamps will be listed in the description box below for you so that you can jump right to your reading. All the decks that I'm using today are also listed below, along with my services. I am accepting private readings right now if you're interested in going deeper into your own situation. So go ahead and you can pause the video if you like. Take as much time as you need to pick a pile, and I will see you in your reading. Hello, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. You chose the amethyst heart here. Where does it look? I'm gonna put it over here next to that one. Actually, we'll put it up on the little moon. So I hope you're doing very well today. I'm excited to get into your reading and see what energies, what's coming for you. We have the shapeshifter. Wow, that seems like a powerful start, right? So put that up here. And then we have the spirit of gratitude. Sacred reverence. And the spirit of gratitude is number 43. Sacred reverence is number 47. If those numbers are significant to you. 7 and 11. Also. And then we have the turkey spirit. Animal spirit. Interesting, because the turkey is also medicine of gratitude and generosity. And then we have the present, also interesting. From the Oracle of the Mermaids, I believe that's what it's called. Gift, treasure, revelation of your own value, nowness. Beautiful. Right away, I'm getting a really good feeling from this pile one. I'm going to, easier said than done to find it in the book, but I'm going to read from the archetype book about what this shapeshifter means. Okay, this shapeshifter. This is a really powerful message, you guys. So the shapeshifter has a love of theater, games, and trickery. So this is the trickster energy, the archetypal trickster energy. Its energy appears as one thing only to reveal a mere concept. I'm sorry. Try that again. Only to reveal a more complex story below the surface. The shapeshifter is within all of us to some degree. It is the side of ourselves that is slippery, non-committal, and experimental, and longs to dismiss the rules. We need its energy to adapt to the ever-changing landscape of our existence. When the shapeshifter card appears, it's important to imagine you are looking at life through a kaleidoscope rather than a single focused lens. At any moment, the scene may shift, revealing a more enchanting vision than you imagined. Be wary, though, as the allure of the kaleidoscope can leave you exhausted and yearning for solid ground. Dancing long-term with the shapeshifter requires a central pillar of integrity that links us back to our center. When this energy is in the light, it is vibrant, adaptive, and humorous. And when it is in the dark, it's a charlatan energy, people-pleasing, and trickery. Interesting. The trickster, the elusive, the formless. So this is some new beginning, pile one, I must say. This is really some new beginning. But, you know, these are the times we're in. So really there's something happening in your life. I believe this new beginning that's coming for you is not what it seems. It's so much more than you can even imagine. And so, you know, if just stay in gratitude. There's two messages here of the spirit of gratitude and then the turkey energy, which is a 4, adds up to a 4, a 3, and a 1. So it's moving into stability. And this is suggesting finding a place of stability within a formless place in a way, you know, being, maybe you are, well, I'm feeling that you are in a huge transformational phase of your life right now, that this new beginning is a huge, just another piece of a bigger new beginning. And the spirit of gratitude is what has been helping you birth through this process. And so we have the spirit of gratitude here, number 43. And staying in this energy will help you stay in your integrity. So being in a constant state of gratitude, no matter what is happening in front of you. These cards also complement that, being sacred reverence, number 47. So number 11, I always think of 11 as a gateway. And it looks like a gateway here in the key. And the key to this experience that you're going through is love. The key to staying in your integrity is to staying in sacred reverence. And so the love energy of sacred reverence is really honoring everything. This energy of gratitude really sums it up, really seeing love in every single thing that you are experiencing, finding the light within it, finding the sacred nature within everything. Also, this card coming out, the present. Stay in the present. See the gifts. It's the same message. It's so fascinating. I cleared and shuffled and I didn't look at these cards ahead of time, and they're all saying the same thing, you know, stay in the present moment, revelation of your own value. So this is part of what this shapeshifter thing has been about, is you have been alluding yourself to your own value. And as you stay in sacred reverence to everything in your life, you begin to see this gift of the present moment and of who you are. This is the energy that is marking the new beginning for you as we move through this energy, or into this energy, I should say, for the new moon in Aries, or whenever you're landing on this reading. If this is resonating, this is a time of really intense, basically identity shifting in a way. You know, you're really moving, I think you're moving into a higher frequency, and you have been. And you know, the more physical aspects of yourself and even of the emotional body are wanting to come with you. They're wanting to adapt. And of course, right, we have to bring it all with us. And how we get there is through gratitude and through sacred reverence, because it's not easy. Just like a snake shedding its skin, it's a challenging process to go through. I didn't even ask the question yet, so I'm not taking those. So more information, please, Spirit, for pile 1 on this new beginning and this powerful shift. So remember, part of the message of this shapeshifter energy too, part of why you stay in sacred reverence, part of why you or actually have to be reminded to stay in sacred reverence, is because it's challenging, it's slippery. You know, it feels like you want to shift into the old, or into, maybe you shifting, like you think you're going one direction and then suddenly you're going another direction. And so we have the Fool here, this new start. I mean, we're talking about new beginnings, and here's the Fool. And we have the Two of Swords in reverse. The Sun in reverse. Strength upright. Look at that, exactly the right amount came out. I don't know how to take that. How does it go? In reverse. 7 of Cups in reverse. Sorry. And the Devil. That actually also came out in reverse. So, interesting. Because they all flipped when they came out. So there are some blockages to this new beginning. And so I think, even though we haven't drawn the advice cards yet, let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, anxiety. So you've been having some sleepless nights, perhaps, about, yeah, I mean, this shape-shifting energy is not... It definitely is anxiety producing. And, you know, there's been this new beginning, and I even think that you know, if you've chosen this pile, I think that you know what this new beginning is. You know what Spirit's talking about. This isn't a surprise. It's something that you've already kind of contemplated taking a first step on, or you either have taken energy, already put energy towards this. Some of you've already put energy towards a new beginning, and I think more of you have just kind of thought about it or mapped it out. And strength, you know, there's strength in this. It's requiring a lot of courage. It's requiring, there's a lot of passion around it. It's requiring a lot of your love. It's taking it, not requiring, but it is involving your heart and a lot of love. So you see this new beginning you want to take, and you have the strength to take it. You know you have the strength to take it, but yet there's this indecision. There is this, you know, if you could make this decision, you could find this peace. There's a passion to whatever this new beginning is. I think the energy of the shapeshifter, the elusiveness, the non-commit, the fear of commitment, perhaps. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling for most of you. There's this deep fear of commitment to whatever this path is, this new beginning that you're already aware of. It's significant because The Fool and Strength are both major arcana cards. So this is a very significant shift. And so there's a lot of reservation here. And the Two of Swords, she's blocking her heart, if you can see that. Oh, sorry about the light. Beautiful rainbow behind her, this promise of expansion, of the activation and awakening of more light and more love in her life. But and this isn't, this isn't gender, I'm just saying her because it's a she on here. It could be, you could be a he, and this still applies. So, the peace comes with this crown, above the crown chakra here too. There is this desire to connect to the divine and get answers. Maybe you've been praying a lot or meditating a lot, or wanting to, or knowing you should, knowing that would be helpful in this situation. But there is a resistance to allowing this in. There's a fear of making the wrong choice. And there's also a fear of that your dreams aren't actually going to come true. That there might be some self-sabotage involved here. In making this decision of going forward. This fear that, with the shapeshifter too, things are coming and going and coming and going, and its energies are coming and going. Maybe feelings are coming and going. Like what's real, what's not. Between these two energies, you've just kind of been stuck in this, not really sure if you want to move forward. Too many options, maybe even. And then, the shapeshifter card is talking about trust, too, of like the key here, is, I said, opening the heart, to this swords. This is like being in your head, but not being in spirit. And I feel like actually as I'm looking at this and the energies moving through this reading, you are presently allowing yourself to be released from this energy. You've been working on it. You see this. You're moving through it. But I feel like there is this cycle happening. There's this loop happening where this trickster energy is coming in and confusing you, where you keep moving through these different scenarios in your head. Just when you think you've got it, you're like, okay, I've got it, and I'm moving through this, and I'm going to take action to move into creating this happiness I see in my life. But, then you're caught once again. I see, this energy of like, and this is there's two sun cards in this deck, and this is a very like spiritual sun to me. So spiritual happiness, there's like this awareness, this enlightenment that keeps escaping you. And you seem to be caught in this loop. But I see you escaping it with this Devil card in reverse. I actually see you escaping this loop, but I think the key is to stay in the present. That's what this card is suggesting. That's what this card is suggesting. And, with the present. And sacred reverence, too. That's really about, being in the moment and really just seeing the moment for the moment. You're with this, sometimes we try to plan really way too far ahead in our lives. There's a new beginning happening for you, pile one, and it's powerful. It's sacred. It's a transformation in your life, and you're not going to necessarily be able to see what that is. And some of those are the greatest transformations. We don't, the ego part of ourselves does not enjoy that process very much. It's like, but they often, those kind of, they're almost like initiations. So this anxiety is normal, but let's see, Spirit's saying what's behind here. The High Priestess. The anxiety, the Nine of Wands here, it's normal, it's natural, the unknown. But you have that deep wisdom within you. You can trust this process. You can fall into the unknown. You can trust the formless and watch it take form. You can be in sacred reverence and in deep gratitude for this entire process in your life. this is really beautiful. I'm so excited for this new beginning for you because it appears to be a life-changing thing. I imagine it also feels to me like something that you have been working up to or through for many years, up to this experience, and there is a real shift coming for you. So but the key is to release yourself from your own mind, essentially, from your own fears, from your own restrictions, to open your heart, to trust that even if you move down a path and it doesn't appear to be the right path, it dead ends, that's okay. Because whatever you learned or gained in that, it's all sacred. You can be in gratitude for every single experience, whether it's the end all be all, or if it's just kind of a dead end, and even when if you have to turn around from that dead end, on your way back to alignment, you can really be in deep gratitude for everything you're seeing, everything you've gained, everyone you've met along the way. So that's really beautiful message coming through from Spirit for you. And then I drew some advice cards for you, pile 1. And the first card we got is Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? I'm also feeling, Ascended Master, I wanted to say Archangel, but Ascended Master Mary, Mother Mary, might be significant for you, a guide. Also, there's a lot of Pleiadian energy in this card, I feel, and just the divine feminine, the representation of the Mary Magdalene line too here with the roses. Unconditional love. How can you mother yourself? Like that positive divine mother. Unconditional love for your entire process. That will make you feel safer too, where you can open your heart and then you can really hear your guidance, that high priestess energy and that peace that can come in from that piece, from this Two of Swords in reverse. Oh, and this beautiful card, the Spirit Quartz. This crystal, I'm going to have to look that one up. And then communication is key. From the Moonology deck. So I'm feeling like the first thing I got with this communication is key. It is the New Moon in Gemini card, by the way, if that's relevant for you. I feel like this is about communication with Spirit and with your higher self. I really feel like you have been blocking your heart chakra. Take what resonates. This is what I'm hearing. You have been not blocking, but closing down your heart, protecting yourself a little bit here. With the Strength card and the Fool, this is an intense invitation in life. This is an intense invitation from life, I'm feeling like. But it's so beautiful. It's something you want. But it's also scary, and there's always, when we really want something, there's also this fear there, of course. And we block ourselves. We often make our process much more difficult than we need to, of course, right? We're human beings. That's part of being human. So that's why we come to these kind of readings. That's why we meditate or do our own intuition opening type exercises, or commune with the divine, essentially, however we do. There's also a 9 here excuse me, in this Spirit Quartz card, a 5 and a 4, so change and then stability, and the 9 is this completion, so there is this new beginning coming from some sort of completion here. I'm going to read from the book on this just a little bit because this is a newer deck for me, which I'm excited about. Thank you to those of you who have donated. I really appreciate it. I was able to purchase a couple new decks. So, connecting to community, universal love, harmony, and cooperation. And this says communication is key. So I do feel like this is, with the spiritual realm, with the spiritual aspect of yourself, because when you are in communication with the divine, you're going to be much more comfortable opening your heart and your whole essence, essentially, to this process of transformation and ascension that you're going through, it will be much easier to stay in the present moment if you feel like you are in communication with spirit, a deeper communication. This also says, we heal in partnership, the strong lifting up the weak, taking turns supporting each other. When this crystal spirit appears, the message is to reach out and connect to your community and discover the true power of your gifts through sharing them with others. Your willingness to put the highest good ahead of the wants of your small self is called for now. Reciprocity does not mean keeping... I'm sorry. Just got lost in it for a second. So you get the idea. This is about community. This is about community. I'm really feeling the strong message here is commune with the divine. But it is also about having a good support system in your life, having people who you can talk to. And if there's someone in your life that this new beginning involves, then, you know, it can be very challenging to open your heart and to trust the process. But that is what we need to do. We need to communicate from our truest self in order for positive change to happen in our lives. And it's one of the hardest things to do, is to allow this vulnerability to come in. But staying in the present moment will help you stay grounded. Having community around you, having spiritual connection, community with your guides and angels, if that's possible for you, however you do it, even if it's just you just like to pray or meditate or whatever, but staying grounded and staying connected will help you open yourself and to shift into this new phase of your life, because it's going to feel like you're out of your comfort zone, or it is feeling like that. Most new beginnings feel that way, but this is a real initiation. So just going to have to put one foot in front of the other and let things slip away, and, you know, commit to what feels right, commit to what feels good, and don't commit before you're ready. But allow yourself to take this new beginning and to feel it out, you know, and allow yourself to make mistakes and be human. And that's part of why you communicate with people. You know, make sure you're really staying open to communicating with yourself, to communicating with the divine, and to communicating with others. So thank you so much, Pile 1. These are the messages that I'm receiving for you. I'm hearing that this completes your reading for today. So thank you for being here. I hope these messages helped you in some way and resonated for you. If they did, please like and feel free to comment down below. Both of those things, I love to hear from you, and I love to hear how it resonated, and it helps the channel grow. So again, it's been an honor to read for you. Thank you so much. I'm sending you so much love. See you next time. Blessings. Hello, beautiful Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the polychromated heart stone here. So beautiful. Love this guy. So welcome to your reading. I hope you're doing very well today. I'm really excited to get into this. We're going to go over the overall energies for this new beginning for you first. And you see you have a little ray of sunshine coming through for your reading today. I recorded Pile 1 yesterday, so if any of you watched Pile 1 and I'm wearing, you know, and the lighting's different and the energy's different and the shirt's different, that's why. So anyway, you get this beautiful morning sun coming into your reading. We'll see how it shifts throughout the next little bit here. So we're getting started with an archetypal energy of, wow, the mirror. This is the overall energy for this new beginning that is happening for you. The mirror. Then we have higher view, number 41, which reduces to a number 5. So number 4, number 1, or number 5 might be significant to you. Or 41. Higher view. Beautiful owl there. I love that. And then the storyteller. This is very interesting already. Getting some messages coming through. The storyteller. Let's move these down a little. Then from the animal medicine cards, we have the antelope. from the Oracle of the Mermaids, we have time out, awareness, contemplation, solitude, time alone. And you know, I have to tell you, pile one, this is like so interesting to me, you know, because I don't look at these cards before we do the reading as I channel them out, and it's just amazing. Just amazing to me how they go together. I've had these particular animal cards for ages, and I mean ages. I even like hesitate to tell you how long I've had them. They were this was one of my first decks. I bought the tarot, the traditional Rider-Waite, and was working with that a bit and really got more drawn into the animal cards, into oracle cards for many years, kind of moved away from the tarot. I found it to be a little bit intense at first, so that was like 30 years ago. So anyway, I wanted to look at this really quickly, this antelope card. Let's see. Yeah, action. Okay, sorry about that. I just wanted to look. It's like so my point was, I know these cards, these animal cards, kind of inside and out. So I'm really surprised when one came up and I didn't remember what I was thinking swiftness with the antelope, but it's technically symbolic of action. So anyway, let's get into this. This is really interesting. This mirror card is, you know, talking about illusion and getting caught up in the false self and comparisons. This archetypal energy is an invitation to go deeper within yourself. So with this being a new beginning, I'm sensing that you are being called in this new beginning to really see things for the truth, especially yourself, to see the truth about who you are, so you're not getting lost in illusions and heading down paths in your life that aren't aligned with your highest good, that aren't really, you know, where you've deceived yourself. So this is very interesting because pile one was also a shapeshifter energy, and this is very much a shapeshifter energy. And with shapeshifting, meaning like, you know, it can cause confusion, this state of mind. Oops, sorry. This can create, yeah, just like the mirror is not the true reflection, right? It's just an image. And so here's the moon too, which I feel like you are being called in this new beginning to go deeper, like into your emotional field, into the subconscious realm, to spend more time within, in this higher view here. It's interesting this card came out. To take this higher view, this owl is representative of wisdom to me, the deep knowing wisdom within, the divine feminine, this higher view. You're being asked to, so I told you that was a 41. Excuse me, the allergies are really bad in where I live right now. This is a 17, so 7, 1, or 8 may all be relevant numbers. This is a 37, 3, 7, or 10, or 1, and then this is a 36, so 9, 3, or 6. Ooh, 3, 6, 9 on this one. So this is a very powerful start, you guys. You're being asked to really see the truth of who you are as you move into this next beginning. Whatever this new beginning in your life is aligning you with more of the truth of who you are and taking you out of these illusions. I really feel now this storyteller card is so relevant to this mirror, in the sense of I'm hearing, what stories have you been telling yourself? What illusions have you been creating? How have you been comparing yourself to others and telling yourself stories about yourself that are not true? I'm hearing that some of these stories are very unflattering of yourself. And they're old stories, and I'm hearing there's stories not just from this lifetime, but ancestral stories from many lifetimes. And so, you know, it's interesting to me that there's a key here. It is calling my attention right now, and I'm feeling like Spirit's calling your attention to as you move into this new beginning. You see how this book is blank? And she's got the, or she, he, whoever, has the quill here, you know, ready to write this story. You have a blank page ready to create a whole new chapter. But there's a key here. And to line up with this key is the key to your heart, the key to your soul, the key to your truth. And when you are looking in this mirror, that's not the full story. That's not the full truth. You need a higher view beyond this mirror, beyond and behind the mirror, deep into the subconscious minds. Your emotional field, I'm hearing your emotional realms, will help you find the story that is true. So that tells me, you know, what feels good, what feels aligned, what feels resonant. So if you're comparing yourself to others, sorry, this is really bad right now. If you're comparing yourself to others on a regular basis, or even comparing yourself to an older version of you that is no longer serving this moment. Excuse me, I'm going to get water. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. All right. So yeah, this is really, really exciting, you guys. I feel like you're being given an opportunity to take action in a direction that is going to serve your highest good, that is going to create this new story for you. But you have to take a higher view. You cannot get caught in the illusions of the mind, and how you're going to escape this, or how this is, I'm really feeling this timeout card here for awareness, contemplation, solitude, time alone. You know, and the mirror archetype card suggests that too, along with the moon as well, is to take some time out, especially if you're an empath. Take some time out to really get clear on your energy field. What is you? What matters to you? I'm hearing even take some time off from social media, in stories of other people. Maybe, you know, sometimes we're looking around at others to inspire us, and we just end up feeling less than. And that's not the intention of why we're looking around, to be inspired. But it can often, so I feel like there's a nice balance you're being called to take between looking out at the world and what other people are doing, and what other people, excuse me, you know, how they're making their dreams come true, how they're doing something. I sense that you're kind of looking at others to get inspiration for whatever this new beginning is, and that's fine. You know, that's what we do. There's nothing new under the sun, and we all inspire each other. But I really feel like there's a call here to tell your own story, and to stop telling the stories of the past, because it's time to write a new story. There's a whole blank book here, and there's a key, and I really feel that key is important. That there's a key that you've been missing for a very long time, and you need to go into this higher view. You need to take some time out, and then you will know what action to take. You'll know exactly what to do when you take this time out for yourself, and you stop comparing yourself to the outside world or outside expectations. One more shuffle. So we're going to see what the tarot has to say about, so we dive a little deeper into whatever your situation is here. So if we can get some more messages, please, Spirit, for whatever this new beginning is for pile 1. Or I'm sorry, pile 2. There might be some messages in pile 1 for you. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we have the King of Cups. We have the Chariot. So 2 major arcanas and a court card right off the bat. And the Lovers. Let's see what else we get. Clarifying for the King of Cups, please. Clarifying King of Cups, we have the 7 of Pentacles. Clarifying the Chariot, please. And the Moon. Okay, so Ace of Swords, clarifying the Chariot. Actually, that wanted to come out with this, so we're going to put that here. And then we're going to get a clarifier for the Lovers, please. Strength. Wow, all this major arcana, you guys. And you know what? This happened in pile 1. I am feeling a resonance with this pile and pile 1. So if you felt called to pile 1 and this pile, there might be messages in both for you. So strength. Clarifying the Lovers. Okay. Bottom of the deck is Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Wands. Wow. Okay. Knight of Wands under the Knight of Cups. So for some of you, can you see that guy? No, you can't. Okay. Well, for some of you, we are dealing with a romantic relationship here. There's no doubt from these cards that for some of you, this is the new beginning. Either you are looking to start a new relationship, or there's a new beginning in the relationship that you're currently in. Romantic relationship could also be a friendship, so or a work relationship. But I am sensing a strong energy of romance here. So take these messages as they resonate. I'll do my best to bring through what's relevant for both. So this new beginning, yeah, you've been working really hard at basically holding back on, you know, now it makes sense to me why this antelope card came out, this action card, because you have been working really hard at building whatever this is. You know, this King of Cups and this Moon here in the Mirror card are really calling my attention, that you've been in some very deep emotional realms. Maybe you've been telling yourself a lot of stories, and you're just kind of watching it, you know, build. You haven't been quite ready to act on these emotions or share them with the world in the past, but there's been a lot of deep emotional desire to bring forth whatever this story is, okay? So maybe for some of you, it's like you have been single for a while and you've been really feeling either you have someone in mind, or you've just been kind of creating your ideal partner in your mind and building that and watching it and kind of wondering when that's going to come into development. So for some of you, that's it. For others, you've been in a relationship, whether it's friendship or romantic, and there's been a lot of emotions that haven't been expressed. And there's been a long time of building this friendship or emotional relationship. Could be a family member as well. But there's this emotion that has been, these feelings that you haven't really been expressing, deep feelings, but that you have been cultivating and planning to do something with. And now you've been moving into a time where you're being called into action. You're being called to come forward, to use your intuitive gifts and the strength of your will to drive you forward into the truth of what you know that you want in this life. So here is this moon, and this moon, there's 2 moon cards in this deck. And this one to me is very, isn't the traditional Rider-Waite one, and this one is very trippy, dreamy. And the heart's in here, again referring to love. So, you know, there's a very strong, like I said, very strong love message, and romantic love message in this particular pile. So take it as it resonates, of course. But you're coming into this truth about love. And it's interesting because this moon card and the mirror are suggesting the same thing to me. That there are these illusions that have been circling around you for many years, and they've come in the form of stories. And I think you know this. I think this is part of the new beginning. Part of this new beginning is you coming out of disillusionment, coming out of coming into clarity and really seeing yourself and your life for what it is. And this action card here, the antelope, along with the chariot, is telling me that Spirit's saying, you have been working really hard on developing whatever this is for a long time within you, these emotions. And it's time for this truth to be expressed in the world. It's time for you to release your fear around whatever this is. If this is a romantic relationship, release your fear around love, losing love or having love or expressing yourself properly. There might be some old stories in your heart and in your life that say that you're not worthy of love, or compare you to others. Oh, they have such a good relationship. They're so much more talented than me, so much prettier than me, or handsome than me, so much more expressive. This is the new beginning for you, Pile 2. This is really amazing, is that you're being challenged to come out of all of that, to align with the stars, to align with your divinity, to know that you have the power to create your own story in your own life. And I am being very drawn to the yin and yang symbol here, this balance of duality within your life. And also a shout out to those of you who are on the twin flame path. I do feel like, or resonate with the divine counterpart path or soulmates. There's a balancing happening for you right now. And a lot of it has to do with really seeing the truth of who you are, and to stop telling yourself the stories of the past, and to stop looking. So now I'm getting like that this guy is just paying attention to things that, he doesn't really need to, he's watching, he's really contemplating this growth here. It's so funny, it's a marijuana plant, but he's really staring at it, and I'm sensing that is not, you've looked at this long enough, and you've looked at it so long that the mirror has now sucked you into this illusion. Now you can't tell the forest from the trees or tell what's true anymore, because there's been so much emotion held back, there's been so much comparison, there's been so much fear that you ended up in a state of I'm not sure which way to go, I'm not sure what to think. And the Lovers is also about a decision. It's a very powerful energy of unity and coming together into oneness and divine union, divine consciousness and awareness. And this Strength card, Leo energy coming through very strongly in this card, this energy of royalty and love and power and awakening, and having the strength to wield your dreams, having the strength to bring the desires of your heart into manifestation, knowing that you have the strength to make the decision. So with this being with the Lovers here, and again, like I said, these are major arcana that you're moving into. There's a Knight of Cups on the back, so you are either receiving an actual offer of romantic love in your life, or you're being offered love from the universe, an opportunity that is loving and kind and feels sweet, and a promise from a partner, a friend, a family member, or the universe. You are being offered love, and you're also being offered passion. And along this Knight of Wands, with this antelope energy, is you're being encouraged to take action. You have looked at this long enough. You've held back your emotions long enough. The cup is being offered, and you're being encouraged to have the strength to make the decision you need to do or make. The Chariot's also about making a decision, but it's not just about making a decision, it's about going in that direction. So I feel like you're coming into your power, you're coming into this place of balance. And I feel like you have this deep desire to come into the truth, to be released from these illusions of what was, and to come into the truth of what is, and be more aligned with where you're actually going, and be able to make this decision for unity and strength in your life. This is so beautiful. I feel like, for some of you, this is wound into many parts of your life. It's not just It's not just about love, it's about career, it's about your friendships, it's about everything. I just feel like you're being asked to completely shift the way you perceive yourself, your reality, and others. And you're not only being asked to take a higher view and shift this, but you're being asked to take action on whatever information you receive. Spirit is encouraging you that you have the strength of this Chariot energy. This is Cancer energy too, by the way, for those of you who resonate with Cancer. This is action from the heart. This is balanced action. In truth, with the Ace of Swords here, new beginnings that are creating truth, more truth in your life, more of an opportunity to shine and reflect your authentic self. But under the Strength card here, we do have time out. So as much as Spirit's encouraging you to take action, you're encouraged to take time out before that action, to get very clear on what direction you want to go. Like I said, the Chariot is very driven and it knows where it's going. The Lovers is coming into this unity consciousness, coming into oneness. And if there is a divine counterpart, if there is a romantic partner in your life, know that you have the strength to write a new story. You need to take some time out to get really clear on what this is, to get this truth. You know, this is part of what you're doing right now, to come out of this illusion. And I mean, look at his eyes are even red, that moon. It's like he's just totally not grounded in reality. So this Ace of Swords is coming through to break through that confusion, to break through the cloud of the mirror, to come in. You're being encouraged to come into your heart space. This Lovers and this Strength card are both very much about the heart. And the Strength card too is about taming the ego. So I feel like with the mirror here, you know, you are being asked to tame your ego. In other words, get a hold of those thoughts, of those stories that are coming from a space of fear, that aren't coming from this deep love, this place of unity consciousness, of oneness with the divine. So whatever stories you're telling yourself right now, I'm really getting that. I know I keep repeating myself, but it's really important. Spirit's saying whatever you've been believing is not true. It's time to shift the image in the mirror and trust yourself on a deeper level. It's time to take these egoic fears and thoughts that are coming from the mind and to harness them, those energies, center them into your heart center and use your strength to move into this new vision of who you are. And the universe is supporting you. You've got the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Wands here at the bottom of the deck. So water and fire, take action with this energy when you know the time is right. That's what I'm hearing. So I hope this is resonating for you, Pile 2. I know it's not super specific. I'm getting like several different storylines here for you. So please take it as it resonates and allow Spirit to show you, even in these cards, things that I'm maybe not talking about. That, you know, whatever images or symbology comes through for you, please receive that as well. I'm really feeling this is a lot about your sovereignty. Reclaiming, rewriting a story where you are the sovereign one. You know, I love the crown on the tip of the sword. This is the truth. You are sovereign. You have power. You can take action. You don't have to hold back on who you are. You are worthy. Don't let the mirror confuse you. I do want to look at this and see if there's anything to read from this mirror card is from this deck, the Archetypes by the Wild Unknown Archetypes by Kim Krans. I know many of you are familiar with this deck. It's I love it, and I love working with it, and it's a great deck for personal use, I think, too, if you're interested in that. So this says, we look into mirrors every day without recognizing them as portals into another realm. They can shatter, flatter, distort, reflect, and project an image back to us that we deem to be true. The energy of the mirror is all about self-perception. When the archetype of the mirror appears, we are in the mythic land of Narcissus, who saw himself reflected in a pool and fell in love with his own image. So compelled by his reflection, he could not turn away. a fixation that eventually led to his death. Recognize the power and danger of the mirror. It is a construct, one that may drive a shard between you and your true self. The mirror contains trickster energy. Put the phone down, stop with the comparisons, and let the mirror stand empty for a while. Rest with the one inside. Yes. So that's pretty much everything we're seeing here. This is the truth coming in for you. So beautiful, pile 2. This is really encouraging. Yeah, and it's so hard. It's so hard. We get caught in those stories. And you know what else I'm hearing? I'm also hearing for a lot of you that this is about, taming these darker parts of yourself, taming the ego self, taming the voices that are so mean to you, that are so deprecating and unflattering. None of that is true, and none of your fears are true. And when you take time out and move away from all the madness of the world, you'll have a better opportunity to see that. So what I'm feeling and getting from this Lover's card over the Storyteller now is Spirit really wants you to write your own love story. Write a love story. And a client just recently told me this, that she was in an exercise or a workshop where they did this exercise, or she's in something where they're doing this. And I thought it was such a great idea and so I'm feeling like for you guys, this could be great advice. Write a love story, a love letter to yourself. So I'm feeling like every day for 7 days, this is a 7. And 7, spiritual growth and expansion. So for 7 days, write a beautiful, just give yourself that challenge. And maybe it's something you want to continue or do once a week or once a month or whatever. But I'm feeling like it's going to be very important for you to write love story, or I keep saying love stories, love letters to yourself. Let those love letters go within and really allow yourself to find the truth of who you are. Write love letters to yourself, whether you're in a partnership or not. This is going to be very powerful for you, because it's so beautiful. I feel like this new beginning for you is you're falling in love to a deeper level of love. You're falling in love with yourself on a deeper level. You're honoring yourself on a deeper level. And in partnership, this is going to be reflected. Talk about a mirror, as you build this strength and love and power, self-esteem, self-assurance. This Chariot card often reminds me of confidence. So it being right over the mirror, like you have this confidence, this truth of who you are. This is the new beginning for you, pile 2. What a profound, amazing new beginning. And who knows, that can take so many forms in your life, but I really see it coming for you, and I'm so excited. I'm excited for you because I feel like I'm feeling codes and energies come through this reading that are going to help you snap out of that disillusionment, okay? So you were guided here today for a reason. Allow yourself to take some deep breaths, to maybe even take some notes from this reading. Watch it again if you feel like you need to watch it again, because there's so much here for you. You're ready to snap out of that. I'm feeling like I want to snap. You're ready to snap out of that disillusionment and to really see the strength and beauty and love of who you are. That's what the universe wants to show you with this Knight of Cups coming in so beautiful. Promise of love. Absolutely. So let's see what oracle cards came out for advice. I drew these 3 for you. So first we have, whoa, I've never seen this. Spessartine Garnet, number 53. So 5 could be significant, 3, or number 8. Garnet. I have never heard of this crystal. Spessartine, and this is a relatively new deck for me, so I'm going to look in the book on that one. And then we have from the Moonology deck, a personal issue reaches resolution, full moon in Cancer. And I think we just had, oh no, that was Virgo. Okay, so beautiful. A personal issue reaches resolution, yes. And dance with life. Do something to change your energy. beautiful advice from Spirit. So maybe it's literally dancing, or it's just, you know, cutting. Like, I do feel a strong energy in this reading of being asked to cut back on the social media and that a little bit for a while and dance with life more, you know, cutting off the social media a little bit just to shift your energy, you know, maybe go for a hike or put on some good music and dance or cook your favorite dish. It strikes me too, you know, the moon, how many moons we have here, full moons. So there's a full moon in your mirror card, there's a full moon here, a full moon here. So I do feel like there's a lot of strong emotions within you, especially with this King of Cups here too. And you haven't quite known what to do with them because of this disillusion thing. But when you start clearing your mind and really seeing yourself for the amazing, beautiful, powerful person you are, when you come into this higher perspective, you're going to know what actions to take. So the essential meanings for this spessartine garnet are charm and charisma, shining and sparkling, being a brilliant beacon of confidence that inspires others. And how interesting, it's right over the mirror in the Chariot when I was just talking about confidence. This is really what the new beginning is for you. You are coming into a place where you're more confident. So you are going to feel more inspired, like this Knight of Wands that was here too, and this antelope energy. You're going to feel more inspired to take this path, to act on the messages you're receiving and to act on your emotions and your desires, because you're going to be feeling more confident. You're going to see the truth excuse me, of who you are. And so this says, every one of us is a being of light, meant to shine and sparkle. Your light draws others to you, for we all seek the light. The message of spessartine garnet, Spirit, is to embrace your natural charm and magnetism. Do you think you're not all that special? If so, that's only because you haven't discovered your natural charisma and expressed it. This is very interesting, you guys. The conscious universe wants you to let it shine out. For your dazzling brilliance will be a beacon for others as you walk the healing path towards discovering your destiny. You can attract those who will help you and those who will benefit from all that you have to share, your talents, your love, your joy. We are all so lucky to have you here on this planet right now. Feel your magnetism today. Express it. Shine your light in all your glory, inspiring others, and let yourself draw in whatever will help you on your journey as well. Beautiful. Wow. And you know, because this reading was so much about relationships, I do want to read the relationship message from here too, and being called to do that as well. So you are a unique being with a light only you can emit. Do you think you have to work harder to make people like you? I feel like this is very significant, pile two, this message with the mirror card and everything we've been discussing here and all the energies here. Do you think you have to work harder for people to like you? Do you think you have to make people like you? That is something I really think is an important piece for you guys. And this is a story. This is an old story, an old pattern from the past, and you're breaking it. You're breaking through this. You're moving into higher perspective. You're moving into the truth of who you are, of the strong and beautiful, powerful being that you are in this life. What if your soulmate is out there waiting for you to stop trying so hard and just be your glorious, amazing, brilliant self? What if your soulmate is waiting for your beacon to send out the message that says, I am here and ready for a partner to shine with me? Today is a good day to recognize all that is attractive in you and stop trying to hide it out of some sort of fear that others might not be comfortable seeing you in your full glory. Shine brightly today. Yes. Wow. Yeah, shine brightly, pile two. This is, I feel like I love the way that Spirit brought these messages through for you. It's time for you to let go of the dark, and even the colors in this mirror, they're so dark, you know? So gray and black and white. But there's a portal here. You see all the sparkling, you know? That portal can take you into the truth of your charisma and beauty, or it can take you into great disillusionment, which it most often does. But you have the charity here, you have the chariot here, the ace of swords, strength, the lovers. You're receiving so much support from the divine. And all these other cards are so colorful, bringing all this beautiful light back into your life. You are meant to shine. You are here to live your greatest life, to live your greatest truth, to be in love with yourself, with life, and with all beings on the planet. So that concludes your reading, Pile 1. I'm hearing Spirit say that is enough, that you received what you needed to receive. So thank you so much for being here. It was an honor to read for you. I'm wishing you the best, all the best with this new beginning. I'm sending you so much love, and if these messages resonated for you, please like this video and, comment if it feels right. Please share this with a friend if you feel like this would resonate with someone else. All of these things help grow my channel and help support this experience for all of us here on YouTube, and support free readings and all the fun we have. So again, thank you so much, and I can't even tell you, it's like I'm literally praying for you right now. I feel so much energy coming through for you and so much goodness. You're going to make this shift, and you're going to shine brighter. We need you, and we love you, meaning we, me, and all of your guides and angels. So thank you again. Many blessings to you, and I'll see you next time. Hello, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. You chose the Amazonite heart. I really love Amazonite. It's so beautiful. Very grounding too. Such a good stone. So I hope you're doing very well. Thank you for being here. I'm excited to get into your oracle cards. These cards to start the reading are going to basically talk about whatever energy this new beginning is for you. So right off the bat with the archetypal cards, the archetypes, we have the sword. Wow. Very different energy than Pile 1 and Pile 2. This energy is powerful. The sword, you're in a place of decision, Pile 3. Let's see what else we get. Broken open. And Call of the Muse. These cards are very balanced and resonant right now. Like the colors and everything is fascinating to me. All right, and then we have Mouse, number 20, from the animal medicine cards, which I've had forever. You can even see that, I don't know if you can see that little chewed area, that's from my cat. He maybe thought it was a real mouse. So then we have from the Oracle of the Mermaids, we have Dreams. Also a very powerful card. Vivid dreaming, dream messages, and dream teaching. So right off the bat, and I want to go over the numbers just in case. So this is number 28, which is a 2 or an 8 or a 10 or a 1. So if any of those numbers have significance for you. This is 31, 3 or 1 or 4. This is number 23, so 2 or 3 or 5. And number 20. Lots of 2s, lots of 3s here for you. So pile 3. This sword is about making a decision. A very definitive decision. You see how it cuts between these beautiful, vibrant colors and this darkness. This is about making a decision, and I'm sensing as I'm tapping in, as I'm just starting into your channel here and tapping into the energy here, I'm sensing that whatever this decision for you, this new beginning, this new decision has not been easy. I want to read the meaning of this card from the book, because it's powerful. These archetype cards are from the Wild Unknown archetype by Kim Kranz. I really love these cards. I feel like I've just started scratching the surface of them. So the sword, the key words for this card are the knife, the blade, the weapon. To use the sword is to decide. The blade separates one reality from another. The choice is made and all else falls away. If you find the sword in your grasp, you can no longer hesitate. This weapon requires a clear and decisive mind and a willingness to act. An onlooker may think the sword bearer is hasty and violent, but the most compassionate and responsible gesture is one that is honest, swift, and accurate. Our first encounter with the sword is at birth, when the cord we share with the mother is cut. This moment defines our separation from her and begins our journey of becoming ourself. We must make these cuts again and again if we are to grow. Decisions shape our life, and the sword is an infamous shaper of destiny. So when this energy is in the light, it is about cutting through to what is essential. And when it is in the dark, it's hasty, backstabbing, or a dull and painful blade. So I feel like for you, pile 3, there has been, what I'm sensing is an element of destiny that has come in and basically not forced, but made this decision was that you're in, this decision point you're in is very much destined. You have been broken open by the universe. Your heart has been broken open. This is actually one of my favorite archetypal energies, speaking of archetypes, but it comes in, many decks. This energy of being broken open. And you see that there's a light in her heart. So whatever you're cutting out of your life, whatever you are releasing, whatever is I'm sensing for you, pile 3, that this is a heartbreaking experience, or has been for you. But I notice here too that in this card, that even in the darkness, there is this sun. There is this light that led you to this decision, where basically you're making a choice in your life for what's new, for what's balanced, for what's bright, for what serves you. The call of the muse. You're being called into your creativity. You're being called to be inspired by the universe, to make a cut. So, I'm thinking of like cutting that umbilical cord, cutting away those things that are not inspiring, cutting away the things in your life that hold you down. And I feel like this might be has been a painful process for you. Or maybe for some of you, you're just on the beginning of this process where you know you have to make this decision. And it is an inspired decision. And you've taken a lot of time. So this mouse energy is about scrutiny. It's about paying attention to the details. And so I feel like you know exactly what, I'm feeling very strongly from this pile that you guys know exactly what it is that needs to be done, what this new beginning is. And your dreams have been guiding you. I think for what I'm hearing is for many years, that whatever decision you're making is going to create the opportunity for you to come into union with either a big dream that you've had for a long time, or the life of your dreams, or just, you know, accomplishing a few different dreams at once of like, oh, you know, I really wanted to have, you know, just even simple things. Like I really wanted to have this weight, this goal from like being in shape, my health, you know. I really want to be in union with, you know, in a happy relationship. I really want to, my career to take off. I really would like to, you know, publish that book, you know. So whatever these dreams have been for many, many years, whatever has been inspiring you, you have been broken open recently, and you are at a decision point. This is the new beginning that's happening for you. And there's some fear here. This mouse, to me, too, is, you know how fearful mice can be. I do feel like there is this deep fear within you. Of course, these kinds of decisions are hard. And I am sensing with this broken open card, too, that this decision that you're making is not necessarily going to make, it's going to not make everyone happy. I do sense that there is a separation happening. You're separating yourself from either an old relationship or an old job or an old way of being, an old identity of self, in which case, if it has to do with the identity of self, pile 2 might resonate with you. But you're breaking away, you're breaking open. You've made a decision. And even if this decision has broken your heart or scares you in some way, it also inspires you. It's the manifestation of your dreams coming into reality. And in this card, you know, it's interesting. It's so, with the jellyfish. The jellyfish are often, to me, about joy and expansiveness and self-confidence. And it's interesting how she's kind of like wrapped up, and these cards are darker. I feel like these dreams have been circling around you for many years, and you've just been too afraid. You've been looking at all the little details and allowing yourself to get caught up in fear and not to be inspired. And so that's what this new beginning is about, is that you're releasing, that's what you're cutting away, is this fear. And in order to do that, you have to be broken open. And I do feel like the universe has been assisting you in this process, that you've had some events recently that have kind of, or maybe you've even had some dreams. You've had some things in your life pushing you to make this cut. So this for you, pile 3, this reading might just be, what do you call it? Validation for you, that you're on the right path. And so this is a 10, like I said before, 8, 10. So this broken open, this number 28 reduces to a 10. And 10s are about endings and new beginnings. The 1 and the 0, the 1 representing the magician in the tarot, you know, creating this new beginning, and the 0 point of the Fool, being willing to take this risk and create this new beginning and manifest in your life what you want to manifest. So 10 is a portal between ending what is old, cutting away what is old, and birthing into the new. And even this Muse card, the way she's dancing reminds me of the Fool. And what is this? This is a 4. So 31 adding up to a 4, creating stability in your life. So cutting away, opening your heart, releasing, trusting this new direction, letting go of the fear of all the details. And so that's the other thing about this mouse card in the dreams, is cutting away the fear, knowing that we don't have to know all the details. We can let ourselves be inspired. A lot of times our ego mind doesn't want us to move forward, is fearful of letting go of things that aren't serving us, and is fearful of moving forward because we can't see. We can't see everything. We can't work out all those details. So a lot of times, depending on our personality and our experience with life, this can be a very fearful process. This can be terrifying, in fact, and, you know, like she doesn't look all that comfortable, actually. Because if we're used to feeling like we need to be in control, but really the path of the Muse, The path of the heart is to be inspired in every moment and to stay in the present moment and to trust what Spirit is bringing forward for you. So we're going to look at the tarot and get a little more into what all this is saying. So please, Spirit, for pile 3. What is this new beginning about? What wants to speak for the new beginning for pile 3? Yep. 3 of Pentacles. Doesn't want to come out. So we've got the 3 of Cups and the Ace of Wands. Speaking of new beginnings, fiery new beginnings. Get a couple clarifiers for these, for 3 of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. 2 aces. Woo, new beginnings for sure. Aries moon. Bringing it in. Okay. So let's see. This one is, oh, the Magician. See, I was just talking about the Magician. I know that the light is not super bright, but I really prefer to work with the natural sunlight. And at least until I get a better light, maybe, because anytime I've tried to film in the evening with the light, I don't like it. And so then clarifying the Ace of Wands, we have the 9 of Pentacles. Actually, this is one of my favorite cards in this deck. I love how she looks there. So comfortable in the vineyard with a little bird on her hand. Just so at peace and with her sun hat. This is one of my favorite images of the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, so what do we have here? And then on the bottom of the deck, wow, we have the 9 of Cups. Genie in a bottle there, wish fulfillment. So with the bottom of the deck energy and the Fool again, you know, that Fool energy. I was talking about the Magician and the Fool. How funny, and here they are. So there is this new beginning for you is an adventure. It is also a wish fulfilled. You know, and I think that you've discovered that in order to have this dream, in order to move forward into this life of inspiration where your dreams are coming true, this creative process, there's things that you have to let go of that it's painful. But Spirit is encouraging you to understand that this is, or to remind yourself that this is the journey of life. This is the process, right? That we have, just like when we're born and we have to make that cut from the mother, you know, we have to separate, or at least experience the illusion of separating from maybe things that were very sustainable to us. So that's what's coming through now. Is so for a lot of you, just like the mother with the umbilical cord, you know, for those 9 months, that connection was essential. That connection was, you know, divine, was aligned, was perfect, was exactly what you needed. You needed to be connected to your mother in that way in order to form from a fetus into a little baby. So it's the same thing here in a way of like, there's something in your life that has been very sustainable, that had its time, that really served you well. But now it's time to let go of that, to cut the cord. It served its purpose, and now it would only hurt you to hang on. So these are some of the hardest things for us to let go of in life, because they were so sustainable, and there is so much love there. You know, we did put so much time and energy into it. So it can be scary, but you're being really encouraged with this broken open and the muse and this sword card, with this being an archetypal energy. I sense that, you know, some of it was a conscious decision, and some of it was just the universe showing you that it's time. It's time to let that, whatever it is, go, because this new beginning is here, and fear cannot hold you back anymore, especially with these 2 aces coming up in your reading and the Magician. There's so much energy of propelling you forward, of birth, of new beginnings. Again, birth, this image of birth. So I do feel like you are being born into this new reality in a way, into a new dream, into creating wish fulfillment in your life. There's some wish, some dream that you are taking the risk and stepping into. Yes, you have to move out of this mouse fearful energy. I mean, it is good, right, to track details and make sure you're not just jumping off a ledge willy-nilly in a way. But I'm also hearing that the details are covered. This isn't about details. This is about fear. And so the full energy has come up a few times in this reading today, encouraging you to take that leap of faith, to move away from the scrutiny of this mouse. This energy served you, and this might even be the energy that you're cutting away, some of that, and stepping more into this full energy of trusting the universe, having faith, feeling adventurous, knowing that all of your wishes can come true through your own delight and determinism, in a way, is what I'm hearing. So that's kind of cool and cute. So the Three of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles, this new beginning, you're being offered a new beginning to build and create this celebration in your life, this reunion, this time of, just this time of creativity, abundance, and magnetism. I feel for many of you, you're actually moving or getting a new home, or building a new business, building a new home, building a community perhaps. So building a relationship or building on the relationships you already have. So in order to create this new beginning, you have to let go of the people, places, things that don't support this. I feel like that's part of the breaking open. I mean, some of you, and for some of you, both things are true. For some of you, this being broken open, this sword cutting away what no longer serves, is, what do you want to say, like a very celebratory experience. Like there's a small part of you that's like, oh yeah, I'll miss those old times, or I'll miss that old thing, or whatever it was. But overall, you're ready. You're ready to use this sword in a powerful way. You're excited to bring this sword down. You're like, yes, let's cut away that old. We're here. We're ready to create the new. We're powerful. We have this fire bringing us forward. We have the abundance. We have the independence. We have the confidence. We have the strength. The card that comes after the Nine of Pentacles is the Ten of Pentacles. So it's really the fulfillment of all areas of your life, abundance. And the Nine of Pentacles is very independent and very self-assured with this Ace of Wands. So there is a new spark happening. This new beginning is being, creatively inspired by the universe. This Muse card is no joke. And with the Ace of Wands being right over the Muse, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you watching this are artists. And you're really stepping into, I think for some of you, you're reaching a new phase in your life where you're able to create a home or a business or a reality that you have been wanting to create for many years. It's going to bring you a lot of financial abundance, as well as community, like a feeling of basically like feeling very at home in your community. That's what I'm sensing for all of you. So this new beginning for you, pile 3, this is such a powerful pile. I'm feeling, mostly in this pile, I'm feeling with this sword energy, I'm feeling a lot of ecstatic energy. I'm feeling a lot of excitement. I'm feeling reunions coming together, celebrations coming together, new starts, creativity, independence, wishes and dreams coming true. So know that whatever you've been building, and there's a spirituality to this, they're building a cathedral together. So they're building in the physical world. And this Ace of Pentacles is a blessing. You're being blessed by the universe. This is an abundant decision you're making. This is abundance. The direction you're going is abundant. You're receiving a blessing and an offering from the universe to come together with your community in celebration. Whatever your community is, whatever that means to you, you're coming together to build relationships, foundations, businesses, homes, communities, whatever resonates with you, whatever one of those things, or if something else, a new idea, a new project. But I do feel like it has to do with others, especially with the Three of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. So it's emotional fulfillment too. It's building something that is really fulfilling and sustainable to you. And I love that it moves into the, with the Magician and the Three of Cups. You're creating, manifesting a reality that is so sustainable. So whatever you're cutting away, yeah, it is really serving you. So this is part of the message coming through for you in this new beginning, pile 1, is that your wishes are coming true. And in the future energies, you have this Ace of Wands with the Nine of Pentacles. So this fire energy propelling you forward. With the two aces here, there's definitely a blessing of a new beginning. And the Muse energy, so much inspiration and creativity. So follow that. Follow your dreams. Allow yourself to be independent in this. And so even if, but I know that this is so beautiful to me because this is about other people. And the number 33, I'm getting called to 3-3 here. So the number 33 and the number 11 or 111 even, because we have the Magician here too. So 11, 111 or 33, those are all relevant numbers that you can look up the messages to those. I'm hearing Spirit wants to speak to you through those numbers too. Those numbers are very magical and about manifestation and working with Spirit and also working with people in your life to build something really beautiful. So you are building a new beginning. This woman, whether you're a woman or a man, this Nine of Pentacles, she's very accomplished. So this is such a beautiful energy along with the Ace of Wands, knowing that you are creating a new beginning that will create independence, abundance, joy, community, the manifestation of your wishes and dreams come true. I mean, this is amazing. And, I was a little concerned, I'm not going to lie, when I pulled out this card originally, because this can be really intense. This is a tough process, cutting away, because it often is stuff that we've gotten very comfortable with. So I'm feeling like this is the new beginning for you and that you've already done a lot of the work because you're in this energy here of the Three of Cups and the Magician. So you're in your manifestation energy right now. You're bringing this spark to life. You're going to be able to bring this idea into fruition in the real world, and it's going to be abundant. But you're in this manifestation process here. So let yourself enjoy this time. I feel like this is a celebratory time that you've done. You either are moving out of the broken open part, or you've already been through the hard part of cutting away and letting your heart chakra open and really allowing this awareness of what you're building, this blessing to come forward. And you're in the manifestation of it. This new spark is coming for you, this inspiration, this creativity, this wish fulfillment is happening. This is about a wish coming true. And so if some of you are feeling like, yes, I felt all of that, but I'm not feeling the creative spark coming in yet, or I don't know exactly how to manifest this in the world, allow this energy, just be in a receptive place with this. Keep manifesting. In other words, keep dreaming, imagining what you want to happen and how you want it to happen. You can even journal about it and write it down. So manifesting and celebrating, that energy is going to bring you into this creative spark over and over again. I'm feeling like this is a cycle for many of you. This is a cycle of repeatedly cutting away things that are not serving you and cutting away these fears in particular and worrying about all the details, because that's all getting figured out. That blessing is coming in. You're manifesting. The spark of awareness is coming. You don't have to do, that is the new beginning for you, pile 3, is you don't have to do things in the old way anymore of feeling heavy and uninspired and fearful that you're going to miss something, fearful that you're going to make a mistake, that you're going to miss the details, that you're going to mess something up. You're cutting away all of that old paradigm way of being so linear and so controlled and so in your head, and you're moving into living life in this more abundant, celebratory way. You're starting to understand that you are a co-creator with the universe and that you can manifest whatever you need to manifest, whatever you want. You can make your dreams come true. That is the wish coming true for you. And you are discovering that, I think if you haven't already, you're going to start to feel this energy of being the magician, having that manifestation power, the ability to really wield this wand and create what you want in this life through independence and community and the power of manifestation. Some of you really work with these energies too. Some of you are maybe witches, not in Wiccans. Some of you are work with the elemental energies. Some of you are witches, are green witches or white witches, or just very spiritual people who work with ritual and the elements and ceremony. So that's what I'm getting. A lot of you are working with ceremony, working with prayer. I was saying witches or Wiccan because of, traditionally is that earth medicine of working with the elements and creating magic. But really we can do this from, many different places of awareness. But I feel like this is something that this is a project you're building with others, I believe, as well. And so I think you are maybe even having to cut away people who are not serving this situation, who are not coming together with you with this 3 of Cups and this magician energy. They're not coming, anyone who's not in this celebratory energy and who doesn't have the vision to manifest with you is being cut away, is being cut out of your life. And when we read from the book, like it suggests, if people want to take that, people are going to take what your decisions, however they're going to take it. And as long as you're making this decision from your higher self, from your heart, from your soul, and you're doing it with compassion, sometimes hard things are done with compassion. We know this, and this is what this sword is about. So I'm sensing people who in your life now, or that you've recently let go of, who were not helpful in creating this dream. And so that's an important part of the process, and it's okay. You're figuring out who is on board and who is aligned, and we don't have to feel bad about that. People come and go out of our lives, and we can be forgiving, we can be compassionate. We don't have to hold resentment about it. We can just acknowledge that, okay, we weren't meant to go any further. We're not on the same alignment. We're not here to do the same thing. Trusting that you will be inspired and the people will come to you who you need. And I feel like I'm also hearing that this is an archetypal energy you're in for a reason right now. That this is something you're learning how to do better and better and better. You're learning how to cut away. It sounds mean when I say it that way, but you're learning how to cut out people, places, things, ideas, thought forms, all that stuff that is not serving what you're looking to manifest. That's not serving this new creative start, this independence, this abundance. this celebration of community, this blessing in your life that you are building and literally building in the real world. And I do sense that this is something that you've been dreaming about and wishing for a long time. So it's very important, and Spirit's saying, so I do feel like this is relevant, of like, don't feel guilty, okay? Don't feel guilty. Even if some of these people have been in your life for many, many years, you don't have to feel guilty for releasing people who are not healthy for you. We grow, we evolve, and sometimes we discover that relationship is not healthy for me anymore. And like, remember what I was giving that earlier about, like, that relationship served me so well. You know, having the umbilical cord connected to my mother served me so well for this period of time. And now, if I want to be born into the world, if I want to be born into this new creation, if I want to break open into more creativity, into what is basically destined for me as my next step in this life, then I have to have the strength and the confidence to not only cut away the people, places, things that no longer serve me. I also have to have the strength, faith, confidence to cut away the belief systems, the fears, the limiting stories that no longer serve what you're building, what you're creating. This is very powerful, pile 3. Much different energies than pile 1 and pile 2. Those were kind of similar. So this is interesting and exciting. So let's see what your oracle cards have to say for advice. We have Chrysocolla, the crystal from the Crystal Oracle deck. Chrysocolla, which is a green and blue stone. From the Moonology deck, we have your commitment is being tested. First quarter moon. And from the Work Your Light deck, we have the boundaries. Ooh, see, with the sword, perfect. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? And you see in this card, like, there's all these people reaching for her, trying to get to her energy. And she's got this almost like crown thing on the top, like this sovereignty. And she's got her arms out like, no, I am in my sovereignty. And I can't give to all these people and give to all these ideas, give to all these thoughts, give to all these situations. I need to stay in my power so that I can create, so that I can tap into the muse. And I want to say, like, it's coming through, and I know you probably know this, but it's just a reminder of, like, these things that are reaching for you, that are pulling on your energy, those are what need cut away. That's what the sword is for. Cut those cords away to people, places, things. Cut it away. Allow yourself to realign with your path and be very clear and very sovereign. When you reclaim your energy in this way, this spark, this muse, this Ace of Wands will light up within you in a way that you just will be propelled forward into that Nine of Pentacles energy. It is such an abundant blossoming energy I'm feeling for you. I don't really even know how to describe what I'm feeling. It's just, you know, almost like, what's it called? The undergrowth, the foliage. I can't think of like what that's called right now. I don't know why. It's hard when you're channeling sometimes to find normal words or get inside that head. But basically ground cover, you know how it grows so quickly, it spreads. That's what I see coming for you, or like wildfire spreading with this Ace of Wands. Like when you cut these energies away that have been draining you or holding you back, you are just going to fly forward in your dreams. You've been manifesting, and they're just, all of that's going to come forward. You're going to come into such a celebratory energy. Your commitment is being tested right now, I'm hearing. That's the part about being broken open and having to use this sword is challenging, is scary, especially, some people are really good at that, and maybe certain fire signs, especially Aries, are just really good at cutting through. And I guess certain air signs too, just cutting through. And then, but if you're empathic at all, or if you have a lot of water in your chart, or water to your nature, very emotional, this cutting away can just be the hugest soul lesson where your commitment is being tested. And I feel like your commitment is being tested too, because there are all these energies and people or things pulling on you that want your attention, that maybe in the past you felt very obligated to or committed to, that you felt like that was, but now it doesn't feel like that anymore. Now it feels like you're ready to let go of those things and move on. So I'm going to read from the book on this crystal, because I don't have a relationship with what it means offhand, and this is a newer deck for me. So I know it's a very common crystal. I see it all the time. It's so interesting and beautiful with its blue and green woven together. It's number 16. So a 6 and a 1, or a number 7. So to me, again, it's about new beginnings and coming into balance, making decisions. 7, the spiritual growth. You're in a very powerful, with this adding up to number 7, you're in a very powerful place of spiritual growth and alignment with the Magician here too. So let's see what Chrysocolla says. The essential meanings, interesting, are speaking your truth, which is also related to the sword. That's part of how we cut away. We speak our truth. So Chrysocolla is about speaking your truth, heartfelt communication, and right speech. When you speak your truth, you are being true to your soul's desire to participate in the co-creation of a better world and a better life for you. Chrysocolla's spirit's message for clear, authentic speech that arises from your heart is this: the force of the conscious universe's love is here for you today as you choose to speak up and speak out, for you can be a clear channel for what needs to be said. Your voice is so very important, for you are a unique being with your own calling and destiny. There's that destiny word again. I keep feeling and hearing that in this reading. And the conscious universe expresses truth through you. Practice choosing your words consciously as you voice a difficult truth or speak up on behalf of someone who has felt powerless for too long. Be assured that because of your commitment to heartfelt communication, your voice will ring out, cutting through the noise today. Wow, cutting through. Your voice will ring out, cutting through the noise today. It's time to be true to yourself and true to your dreams. Your commitment is being tested, but you, from what I'm feeling with this reading, and for some of you too, I'm getting with this 3 of Pentacles and broken open, that maybe there's something that you have built that had a lot of value to you that is now breaking down. So a relationship, a family, a job, something that you have built, a religious community. Something is requiring new boundaries. Your commitment is being tested because you're being asked to cut away what you felt, and the reason it feels like your commitment is being tested in such a big way is because for so long, and so this is the challenge I'm hearing as the end of your reading, for so long, these people, places, situations served you. You put a lot of time, life force, love, and energy into some of the people, places, things that you are now being guided to cut out of your life, to release, to let go of. And that is very challenging. I'm also hearing that these boundaries that worked for you at one point in your spiritual growth and development no longer serve you. You have evolved out of that more fearful way of being. You are up-leveling. You are ascending. You are coming into your magician energy. You're coming into the Nine of Pentacles energy. You're coming into this sovereign, powerful force in your life that creates new beginnings, that is inspired, that makes wishes and dreams come true in your life. And maybe you were feeling more disempowered in the past. Maybe you had created a pretty good life for yourself, but it never felt like that ultimate place. That, you know, maybe there's just always, I'm sensing there was always this part of you that wanted something more, that felt like there were more wishes, that there was a dream that hadn't quite manifested in your life. And for some of you, and so here's this Ace of Pentacles, this offer, this dream. For some of you, you maybe didn't even know how to put that into words. Like maybe you weren't specifically sure what this was. It's just that you knew that something had not yet manifested in your life that you're dreaming of. So now you've been working towards it, and your commitment is being tested because you're being asked to cut away and cut through the lies, the illusions, or just simply the things that no longer serve you and the path going forward for what is in alignment for you as you're creating and manifesting your dreams coming true. This is a new level for you, Pile 3. You are moving into higher ground. So right now I'm feeling that for a lot of you, this has been very painful, that you felt like, oh no, I'm in low frequency. You know, I think a lot of you feel like you've been in a low frequency through this process, but Spirit is saying it's not a low frequency. It hasn't been a low frequency. We get confused with this sometimes as humans. It has been a period of mourning, of releasing, of, you know, the butterfly going within and completely dissolving into mush. You know, it's this process of transformation. It's been challenging for some of you, inspiring, maybe both challenging and inspiring. And you're now in a place in this new beginning where it is time to wield the sword. And I feel like this can be very empowering for you, especially if you can see this sword as like Archangel Michael's sword, or the sword of divinity, the sword of truth. You are being encouraged to speak your truth with compassion, even if it makes other people uncomfortable. You're being asked to cut away the things in your life that are not serving this new beginning. Because this new beginning is your dreams coming true. And whenever, as you know probably, Pile 3, whenever we are in alignment with our greatest truth, with our purpose, with our dreams, we are serving the collective. It is not just about our own happiness at that point. When we are in alignment with our purpose, and we are empowered, and we are happy, and we are creating in the world, we are serving the entire universe. That energy ripples out. So remember that. And also remember that what you are cutting away has its own regenerative properties. It has its own life. So nothing loses. Whatever you're cutting away, people, places, things, have their own destiny. That if you hold on to them, it doesn't serve them either. It doesn't serve those people. That is particularly important to remember. It doesn't serve them. It doesn't serve them any more than it serves you to hold on to someone or something that is no longer in alignment. So Spirit is really encouraging you through this reading to not feel guilty, to not be afraid, but to trust your heart, to know that your commitment is being tested, and the commitment is to your love, to your truth, to your heart and soul, to Spirit itself within you, to the co-creation, to this path of ascension. And you have all the strength within you to do this, and you're being very guided, strongly blessed by the universe with all of these energies here, these two aces, the Ace of Fire and the Ace of Earth, and then this Magician card. There's just so much in the Nine of Pentacles. There's so much energy supporting this going forward. So use this beautiful sword to define your boundaries and to create the life that you want, because as you cut this weight away, you are just, I'm seeing all of a sudden, I was just seeing you be propelled forward. It's not even going to take any energy from you. You've been using so much manifestation power I'm hearing that you've been really working at manifesting, and Spirit's saying you've manifested it. All that this takes at this point is to cut away the dead weight. I hate to put it that way, but cut away what is no longer serving you. And you will propel forward into this Ace of Wands, Nine of Pentacles energy, into your wishes coming true, basically your dreams being fulfilled. And I'm hearing from many of you, this is the karmic test. This is why the sword is the archetypal energy in this new beginning for you, is because maybe there's some people-pleasing in the past, or people-pleasing tendencies, or some energy of codependence. I mean, my goodness, I think most people have that. So we're constantly refining. So use that sword to cut away those tendencies, to cut away the things that are low. Codependency is low vibrational. It's not serving, and it's holding you back. People-pleasing is holding you back. Be kind, but you don't have to please everyone. You can be kind without people-pleasing. You can be in your heart and compassionate without people-pleasing. You're really being called to serve your greatest truth, your heart and your soul, and your commitment is being tested. But this is your validation. This is your encouragement. This is Spirit telling you, you've got this. You are right on the edge of this new beginning. Wield your sword of truth and light with compassion and with precision, I'm hearing, with precision. Don't hold back. Don't feel guilty. Just cut through what is not serving your highest good, and you will propel forward into this new beginning. That's what I'm feeling and hearing and seeing for you, pile 3. I'm going to complete your reading here. I'm hearing that these are all the messages that wanted to come through for you today. I hope this was helpful for you, inspiring for you. If it was, please like or comment down below. Feel free to share this video with anyone who you feel might benefit from it. Doing all of those things supports this channel and continues to circulate these videos and make them available for people who might resonate with them, and helps grow our community here together in the channel. So thank you so much for the support, for everything that you do here, all of your interactions. Even if you're just watching and enjoying it, that energy contributes. So thank you so much. And I'm sending out big prayers for you through this process. I feel so excited for you. I can feel the fire igniting. I can feel all the goodness that is happening in your life, and your dreams are literally coming true, pile 3. So know this, have confidence, have faith, have courage, and I'm sending you so much love. Many blessings to you, and I look forward to seeing you next time.